everyone, today I'm here to film my review of Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, the sequel to Aquaman and the final film in the DC Extended Universe. The franchise has been going on for a little 10 years now and ending to make room for James Gunn's new DCU. And this movie I've been looking forward to for 5 years since I saw the first Aquaman. I'm very excited to talk about it. This will be a non-spoiler review, so if you've not seen the movie, feel free to watch this video, hear my thoughts, and then think your thoughts later. That's a weird way of phrasing that, but that's okay. But yeah, anyways, without further ado, let's get into things. And then a couple criticisms. I always like to start with the criticisms. A couple issues I have with the movie. Most of the side cast, aside from Aquaman, Orm, and Black Manta, don't really get much to do at all. Like a couple scenes, maybe a few scenes where they get like a cool action moment, but like they have no character development, no real growth. Maybe like there's a few like cute little moments, one involving Dolph Lundgren's character. The one crab guy, voiced by John Rhys Davies, gets more to do in this movie, and he's kind of funny. So that's a little weird detail, but like otherwise, most of the supporting cast, like Nicole Kidman, Tamira Morrison, Amber Heard, none of them really get much to do in this movie. Although Randall Park's character gets a shocking amount of screen time, like compared to everyone else. Other issues I have, the movie, it's kind of dull in between the whole introduction sequence. Like the whole intro sequence of the movie is good. And from there, after that, up until the introduction of Orm, the movie kind of drags. It's a little bit boring, aside from an action scene or two. So, like, that part's a bit dull. And the movie itself is, like, it's just kind of noise at some points with the action. There's, like, a lot of big, intense action scenes where it's just, like, it's just stuff happening, and it's not really compelling. There's nothing really to focus on or look at. It's just, like, there's screaming, there's music blasting, there's fighting, but, like, it's just there. And that kind of happens a little bit more in the beginning of the movie. The worst part of the film is definitely after the intro sequence. From there to, like, right after Orm's introduction. That's kind of like a part that kind of drags. It's kind of dull to look at. And nobody really gets much to do. But onto the positive of the movie, that's when stuff kind of gets, like, more fun, you know? It's a movie where the best part of it is the fact that Jason Momoa, Patrick Wilson have, like, this great dynamic between them as Aquaman and Orm. This great, like, story about brothers, a lot of fun, jokey moments. Like, once those two are together, the movie gets infinitely more interesting and fun to watch. There's a lot more campy one-liners, funny jokes. They both work really well. Patrick Wilson is kind of doing this, like, great, like, seriousness, but it adds well to the comedy. Jason Momoa is still going crazy as Aquaman, but he's, like, still got all the charisma, and I appreciate him, and I especially love his scenes with, like, his son and family. You can tell how much, like, Arthur loves his family, and I think Jason Momoa plays that really well in his final outing as Aquaman, most likely. The action scenes can be really good when they're well choreographed. I thought the whole final battle, third act of the film, is so well done. Great, cool action scenes, some, like, crazy, bombastic, stupid moments that wouldn't feel out of place in a Fast and Furious movie that I love. The visual effects are pretty solid. The music's pretty good. James Wan does really, like, especially in the back half of the film, James Wan does good with the direction. And the movie may play it pretty safe, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good time. It's not one I could see myself rewatching too often. It most certainly doesn't feel like a conclusion to the DCEU. But in a way, it does feel like it's a solid ending for the character of Aquaman, or at least of Jason Momoa's Aquaman, and I appreciate that. And it's the final scene's pretty funny and an interesting way to end the DCEU. So Aquaman 2 is a movie where it's comparable to a Fast and Furious movie. It's a fun time with some solid action scenes, some great jokey moments, a great banter between the main cast, a great villain with Black Manta who has some really, really cool moments, and a good back and forth with Aquaman. But some of its supporting cast kind of gets let down by the script and story, and there's some moments where just there's a lot going on. It's not very interesting to look at, especially kind of in the first half of the movie. But it's also a movie that's burdened with being the end of the DCEU, but given that, it's probably overall a good representation of what the DCEU has been, kind of a mixed bag, but overall still pretty fun. Aquaman 2 is a decent enough time with the movies. If you like the first one, definitely go check this one out. I still prefer the first Aquaman, but this one's still a fun time, and it's good kind of last outing for Jason Momoa, and Patrick Wilson's really fun as well. So I'd say give Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom a 7 out of 10. If you like the first one, go check this one out. It's a decent time at the movies. Hope you guys liked the video. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my ranking of the entire DC Extended Universe as it ends. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you all later. Bye for now.